Welcome back everyone. So in this tutorial we are going to test the hypothesis when we have two independent samples and the variance is unknown but is assumed to be equal for both populations. So we'll take the same business scenario for the engineer's salary in New York and Dallas cities. And our hypothesis here is engineer's salary in New York is different from engineer's salary in Dallas city. So this is the hypothesis that we want to test. Mu n, which is the population average salary in New York, minus mu d, which is the population average salary in Dallas, doesn't equal 0. And the null hypothesis equals 0. So let's go to Excel and test this hypothesis. So we have here the same data set, the two samples, one from Dallas and one from New York. The first one is 15 observations about 15 salaries of engineers from Dallas, and we have here the salaries of 12 engineers from New York. And we already found these values from a previous tutorial when we calculated the confidence interval. So let's plug in the numbers. X bar here, which is the difference, 77.27, which is the mean of the sample in Dallas, minus 85.5, which is the sample mean salary in New York. And because the hypothesis say here there is no difference, we are typing minus 0 based on the alternative hypothesis that we want to test, divided by the standard error. So the value that we found is minus 1.82, and the absolute value for t is 1.82. This is a two-tailed hypothesis because we have equal, and because we are testing this in 95%, alpha will equal 0.025. So alpha is 0.025 and the degree of freedom is 25. So let's go and find the t value we want. 25 is the degree of freedom, alpha by 2 when the confidence level is 95%. So alpha equals 0.025. Based on that, the value is 2.060. So let's now test our hypothesis. We have 2.06 on the right side and minus 2.06 on the left side. And the absolute value is 1.82, which is here in the middle. Based on that, we do not reject null hypothesis. We reject the alternative hypothesis, which says there is a difference between the salaries of engineers in New York City and Dallas City. So the interpretation here is there is no significant statistical evidence at confidence level 95% that there is a difference in engineer salaries between Dallas and New York City.